I asked, the Prime Minister Modi expressed his desire to work for peace in the context of the Ukraine war at the summit. So, what do you think about that?
I think that any questions today, they shouldn't end with words only. Modi is the prime minister of a really huge country, and from the perspective of the number of population and the volume of impact, influence, economy, and so on, I shouldn't list that because you know that very well. Such country cannot just say that it is interested in the end of the war. We are all interested in that. All of the leaders will tell you tomorrow that they would like to end the war, even the enemy of this notion of peace, Putin, he even will say that he wants peace. This is a very common thing, especially for such a huge country as India is. Modi, Prime Minister Modi, can influence the end of the war. This is the huge value of him in any conflict. This is a huge value of India. 1.5 billion of population, which really has influence onto that, real influence. Blocking of Russian economy, blocking of cheap energy resource, blocking of the defense industrial complex and so on of Russian Federation will lead to the decrease of the capacities of Russia to wage wars. In the short time perspective, in their war against us, against the strengthening of their army. Then about the G20. G20 is considered the Great 20 because they are the main economies of the world. And the whole world is always depending on this, whether the war is supported, how the war is fed. And this is just economy, this is just money, this is the financial resource and the people. That is why 20 great economies can just easily, I'm sure, put Putin at his place to end the war. They can do that, not just incentivizing it, but vice versa, to slow down all of his desires. And you don't need to say, we would like peace. You need to act, because daily war is killing people.
Mr. President, finally, I would like to ask you that, given, that, as you said, Prime Minister Modi has expressed several times his desire to facilitate peace. So do you think there is any possibility that Prime Minister Modi can host negotiations between Ukraine and Russia?
Well, as for the Prime Minister Modi, we have the platform. This is the Peace Summit. And I think that we could conduct the Peace Summit, the second Peace Summit. It could be conducted in any respected capital city, and we communicated with the Prime Minister that it could be in Delhi or in any other city. Undoubtedly, it can be in India. And the Prime Minister Modi can really do that. He can organize the certain summit. But for that, we need to prepare ourselves. We would like so that those proposals of any countries could be heard. And the proposals of India and European Union and African continent. So please, if Brazil or China would like to see us as well, and they have proposals, please, but only according to our format, because the war is in our land. So I think that such summit can be hosted in India.